Hello everyone and welcome now to game 2 in the series between Roxkis LZ and FXO's BabyK here on Daybreak. BabyK spawning as the blue Protoss on the top right hand side of the map. LZ spawning as the red Zerg on the bottom left. Now game 1 on Cloud Kingdom. A really interesting matchup. It really felt like BabyK was behind much of the game and then was somehow able to just get back into it with superior upgrades. A large number of Immortals, no Colossi, and then transitioning into, and then not really doing much damage with Dark Templars, but then merging into Archons with shield upgrades and full weapons attack. Really did a number on the Zerglings, and the Immortals were able to finish off the Roaches, and that was pretty much the game. We'll see if BabyK will be able to continue his magic so far, at least on my channel, as he's been winning a lot of games, and I believe this is the first time I've ever cast a game with him. So I must admit I am a bit impressed from what I'm seeing so far, as the probe now going to sneak up and take a look around. LZ in game 1 did open up with a spawning pool followed by a hatchery. We may see a very similar opening in this game as well, or wait for it, yes, it is going to be that spawning pool once more. So BabyK knows that it is going to be a spawning pool first. With that, he might try to go for a forge and then a nexus, as he perhaps has very specific builds for a map here. Probe now trying to make its way down. The drone able to push it away and getting into a little bit of damage. The probe actually recharging shields and then coming back over. So BabyK now back up to full hit points. Is the drone going to be able to do it? No, it is not. And BabyK beautifully blocks LZ once more. BabyK taking more and more damage on this probe, and blocks it again. And LZ must be a little bit upset, at least delaying that hatchery for a fair amount of time. And now that probe is back inside the base, taking a look around, notices that there is no gas, and we'll see when LZ does finally take his gas. Nexus was warped in, followed by that forge. If Zerglings are warped into play, are morphed into play early, they may just get handled by the probes pretty easily, as there's only going to be 2 Zerglings at this stage in the game. Forge is already up. A photon cannon could be added either here or here, protecting that front door. One probe just needs to sit inside in between that gateway and that forge, and that will pretty much be it. Double assimilator warp in by BabyK. We'll see if he transfers 2 probes each once more. And now, will BabyK perhaps try to see if there is a third base still? LZ establishing that right before the 4-minute 30-second mark, the typical timing that you would expect. And BabyK now needs to make his way over with that probe. He may be able to actually recharge some shields, and if he's able to do that, he may get a very good sight and scouting information here. You can already see now down to 9 shield points, and now knows that there is going to be a third base. The other Zergling tries to get up in front, down to 8 hit points, pretty much netting a result of nothing, as the probe is going to perhaps now return back home. I believe it is going to go down to 1 hit point after it recharges a little bit. Am I going to be right? No, it is actually going to be able to go down to 2 hit points if another Zerg attack does come in. The probe trying its best to get home. Is it going to be able to make it? The Zergling now trying to make its way over. It looks like, so close. And the probe is back and will be able to mine minerals once more. Double assimilators now at the natural. It is going to be a double harvester in each of these assimilators, as opposed to the typical full saturation triple. We are going into level 1 weapons upgrade already, and BabyK has really just been utilizing that level 3 weapons upgrade very effectively. That Twilight Council, getting the Dark Templars, getting from the Dark Shrine, and then also getting Archons. Archons very effective, especially when you somehow have enough gas for Immortals as well. We are going to be going into 2 probes on each of those assimilators. Stalkers now taking a look around, seeing what they can see. Not going to be able to spot very much at all, as it's going to be going up against a Zergling. One more shot should do it. Doesn't stutter step, and that Zergling will be able to get away. All right, Twilight Council followed by 3 additional gateways will upgrade into warp gates. We'll see what the stalker pressure will be this time around, as LZ once more warping in or LZ getting a perfect sight of a pylon that's being warped in. The Zerglings are going to make their way over. BabyK losing a stalker there, not paying attention to the minimap. A very, very trivial mistake, as we're going to see this pylon now get taken down. Warp gate tech is being upgraded here, but is it going to be in time? No, not at all. BabyK not going to be able to warp in those zealots. All of them are going to be canceled, and another stalker may end up getting shot or destroyed by surround. Alright, it really shows that BabyK needs a little bit of help on his map awareness, not knowing that overlords typically hide in the center portion of the map right there. That's got to be a Zerg favored map, or Zerg favored doodad if I ever saw one. Multiple zealots now joining in. Will they be able to finish off these Zerglings before that pylon falls? No. As the Zerglings do finish it off, we are going to be seeing a lot of Zerglings, or sorry, a lot of stalkers and a lot of zealots just engaging LZ now with a larger army. BabyK behind, but BabyK is getting level 2 weapons upgrade, and he's going to get some easy shots off on some Zerglings that are trying to return home. Macro hatch being added by LZ. And what are we going to be seeing? All of these zealots just in a Congo line back home. Level 2 weapons upgrade. Are we going to be seeing perhaps some Dark Templars once more, which is his typical strategy at this point? Nothing really to hide there, as the probe does get taken down by a very, very fast Zergling. LZ at 105, BabyK at 67, over 76. 13 supply of Zerglings now being trained, as we are going into level 2 weapons upgrade, or level 1 plus Glio reconstitution, level 2 weapons upgrade for the Protoss, and now a 3rd Nexus. LZ still with about a 40 supply advantage, looking very strong. Overseer now trying to make its way down into this position. It should be able to catch sight of this base here in just a moment, as we see Changelings try to make their way over. Zerglings, Roaches, Destructible Rocks now being taken down to make this map feel a little bit smaller. A 40 supply difference, more and more Roaches are being added. We should see a good number of Sentries coming in here, and Sentries plus Immortals are very effective against the Roaches, but will it be effective at handling these Zerglings? The Zerglings do not have any weapons upgrade, though. That may be the saving grace for BabyK, as BabyK will have 2-0 upgrades on his units. Alright, Stalkers now still warping in. Level 2 weapons upgrade have been completed. More warp gate tech. One zealot at the Zelnaga tower sees all of these units just simply streaming by. And what is going to be happening here as gateways are being added? Zerglings now trying to swarm in as the sentries get off some force fields and limit the surface area. Beautifully done. The zealots are 2-0 upgraded, but the zealots are now getting caught out of position and actually getting shot down by those Roaches. Zerglings once again flood in again, as the Immortals now need to be very careful. BabyK at 93 supply versus 140. The Sentry is still battling it up. The Roaches are upgraded at 0-0 right now. Doesn't have 1-0 upgrades, and that may be the problem. LZ is still exchanging very well. We'll see how many more units are going to be added here. Gateways are getting canceled as the Stalkers are able to blink away. This base looks like it will get taken down. More Stalkers looking to come in once more. One Immortal in the backfield here, but BabyK, now with about half the supply of his opponent, is in serious trouble. 47 supply compared to 46 though, so the incomes are still pretty even. Level 3 weapons upgrade. Stalkers now have to be careful. The Immortal getting caught out of position. The Stalkers perhaps should be blinking back. There we go. Now blinking away. Roaches are trying to engage. More Stalkers coming in, as well as the Zerglings and the Stalkers are going to be engaging here. Stalker 1 caught on the wrong side of the pylon wall, growing up on the wrong side of the pylon. Really dangerous out there. Got to be worried about Roaches crawling around at night. Level 1 weapon or armor upgrades coming in. We'll see if we do go into any Archons, as Archons would be effective. but the Immortals really need to do something. The Immortals have a range of 6, are dealing 60, will be dealing 65 damage per pop against those roaches. BabyK is now 60 supply behind. Let's take a look at the army sizes. 335.75 versus 2,000. I would normally say that LZ has this game in the bag, but we saw what happened in game 1. LZ now doing a crazy round of drones, and now followed up with a crazy round of Zerglings. LZ nearing maximum supply, as we are coming out with a whole bunch of roaches and Zerglings still. Alright, sentries, stalkers, immortals still wandering around down over here. Warp gates, not much to talk about. BabyK is still behind, about half in terms of overall army size. There are some pylons here to try to prevent any warp-in, as we're going to see zealots or changeling zealots now make their way in. Alright, where are these zealots going to go? Probes are now being transferred down to the 3 o'clock position. A 4th base now being added. All of those probes, or all of those changelings, going to get taken down. We still see some zealots or changelings sitting off over here, as one poor zealot gets surrounded. LZ now finally with infestors. This roach zergling combination should work out well. 3 full control groups plus some more being added, as we're going to see that the changelings are all going to get taken down. Back down over here, Immortals, Stalkers going to engage, take down a couple quick shots here, as we now see Zerglings trying to run in on the front door. There is one zealot in position. No, that position has been broken, as the Zerglings were able to simply run by. Infestors, Immortals trying to engage, Stalkers, Roaches trying to engage here. The Immortals, 4 Immortals just having a blast against many of those Roaches, but the line has fallen as the Stalkers now try to blink forward. BabyK at 84, LZ at 167. More Immortals are joining in on the fight, but the main base, it looks like it will fall, and with that, no more reinforcements at all. And BabyK looks like he will be giving the GG here in just a moment, unless there is some sort of miracle play, and this series looks to be tied up all at 1 game apiece. Dark Templars are cleaning up some of the Roaches here. The Roaches, a new Nexus may be warped in. That's still going to hurt, though, as the Zerglings going to be able to swarm in and surround one Immortal, getting caught out of position once again. Photon Cannons trying to battle it up. Probes now need to engage in on the fight, as the Zerglings just able to get in so much damage running around and through the mineral patches. Coming back around, we are seeing more infested Terrans come in, and BabyK pretty much down to only workers at this point. Very few actual army units, and I believe BabyK will be giving the GG here in just a moment. There's not much he can really do. Alright, fungal growth on some Dark Templars. Yeah, not looking good at all. There it is. There is the GG. And we are all tied up at 1 game apiece. And unfortunately, I don't have game 3. I can go ahead and check one more time, but the replay length was actually 2 minutes, which looked a little bit suspicious. I caught sight of it. They said they had to remake the game, but that replay is not public. I apologize. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed a tie between Roxkis LZ and FXO's BabyK in this best of 3 series that I will never know the ending to.